You're great.
You're great.
You're great.
You're great.
You're
Hey,
great.
Derek. You're
Are
Are we
great.
gonna have nicknames for each other each episode?
You're
I think
great.
we should.
You're great.
I'm Underboob. That's the original. That's the OG. So you're Nev Nips. I'm
great.
Underboob.
Oh wait, let's not give away the studio production value we have here.
It's pretty low.
You're probably going to sing anyway, so you might as well just use
That's
that
a
part,
good
you
point.
know? You're great.
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 That's the wrong one. Welcome to the Hug Life Podcast. I'm Mike Confetti Coletta. Ooh, that
And
was
I
fun.
am Monica Spaghetti Nevi.
We're all about rhyming here.
Yeah, we're just trying to do it. Really doing it up today.
Yeah.
Can I? Do you want to plug your shows first? Do you want me to plug my shows first? How do I want to do this?
I thought you were going to ask to go first. You're more than welcome to go first.
Well, this Friday we have the Seattle Super Secret Stand-Up Show.
Heck yeah.
Brr, 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 brr.
Get your tickets now or else they'll sell out. Mike's hosting this time.
I'm hosting this time. Monica won't be there. So if you're a Monica fan, sorry.
Oh,
She's not
anyways.
there. You dummies. I don't know. I'm just going really hard on it. I'm sorry. And then on December 9th, since next week's a Hug Flexion episode, I will be at this the Happy Hour bar in Olympia. I'm closing. It's just me. It's me doing like 45, 50 minutes just at this bar
Nice.
in Olympia. So
That's
that
fun.
is on Thursday, December 9th. Monica, where are you going to be?
I will be this weekend, December 1st through 4th at the Looney Bin in Oklahoma City
Looney.
with Gabriel Rutledge.
With Gabby?
Yep. And then December 10th, I'll be in Centralia at the Juice Box. Then the 11th, I'm in Portland and I have 3 shows that day. One at 4 p.m. at Kelly's Olympian. That one, ideal. You'll be done. You can go for an early dinner, be in bed by 7.
Be in bed by 7 p.m. like
Yeah, on
everyone,
a
like the
Saturday.
Lord
That's
intended.
great. And then I'm at the Sanctuary Club, which is a sex club. I think it's kind of private. I don't know the rules, but so Kelly's Olympian would still be better. And then Al's Den that evening. So 3 shows in Portland that day. And I'm in Denver, Colorado at a brewery. Then I'm doing Faded Denver. And then I'm doing Fort Collins Comedy Fort 17th and 18th. Then Olympia, Washington, the 22nd. And closing out the year, New Year's Eve, Mopop in Seattle, formerly known as the EMP.
Should I have done the rest of the year? I didn't do the rest.
I don't know. You never know with us, Sometimes some stuff comes up.
Okay, in that case, then I am going to do that then. So December,
Also, we have calendars and websites and stuff. I don't know.
We do, yeah. But December 17th, I'm at Mission Ridge in Wenatchee. It's a ski board resort. And then on the 18th, I'm doing a dope show in Bend, Oregon.
There you go.
Yeah, and then that's pretty much it for the rest of my year. I didn't get offered a New Year's show this year, but I wasn't really looking for one, if that makes sense.
I know, neither did I. I got it like last week. So
Nice. The
Whatever.
Mopop we come across, the Mopop
can't
we
say
see.
no to money,
You can't say no to a number. All right.
Any number.
Any number at all. Things you can do to
Okay.
support our show. You can rate and review and subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts. You can follow us on Spotify. You can tell your friends about us. Other things you can do, huglifepodcast.com or monicanevi.com. Click on the Amazon banner, shop as you normally would. We get a little something back. A little something, And then Monica's taking pictures, and I'm sure I look like an idiot in that photo. So it's perfect.
You look like you're either singing like a
Yes.
ballad or you're pooping.
Or I'm pooping, which is funny because at the same time, make the same face.
Do you often? I don't even know what that is.
I often sing a ballad while I'm pooping.
Yes, that's what I was gonna
Everyone
ask,
does
yeah.
that. Other thing you can do is go to patreon.com/huglifepodcast. Donate $1 a month. You get a little kickback, a little something, on the side, a little something episode.
Get a bonus episode.
Get a
Go
bonus
ahead.
episode. We got to do a bonus episode for this week. Ooh.
Yep.
It's going to be fun. So, yeah, there's that. Last thing you can do is support our dear friend, Danny Dodge, at Studio Dodge on Instagram, studiododge.com. Buy her art. She did all the art for this show, and we love her very much. That
Yeah,
is it.
and the holidays are a wonderful time to get somebody something cool like some artwork.
Yeah, get someone a gift, like it's just something special for them. I got a gift for Katie off Etsy. It's exciting.
Off Etsy.
Off of Etsy. And it's actually an
Nice.
artist that I know that's not Danny. Don't tell Danny. Don't tell Danny I'm cheating on her with artists. I'm art
Okay.
cheating. You promise not to tell anybody?
Charting. Sharding.
Yeah, no charting around here.
Don't tell her
Also,
I'm sharding.
listener, don't tell Katie that I said this on the podcast. Okay, listener,
Okay.
don't go trying to Facebook message and ruin my Christmas surprise.
Assholes. Okay. What else? What else do we do? I don't even know.
That was all the plugs. What about
Okay.
lexical embraces? I have 3.
Okay. You go ahead and get started then.
First one, just a good brunch. I was in Sacramento this week, and Kelsey and I found a really good spot. And the day before we had brunch, and it was like, and they dropped our ticket. They lost our food ticket. So we sat there for like an hour and we were like, what's going on? They're like, oh my God, we lost your ticket. We're so sorry. And then they brought the food out. It was really good. But then the next day we went to another brunch place that was like a perfect brunch. Ambiance, outdoors, good. Rosemary bread with jam, really good.
Okay. Fancy.
Everything about it was really good. I just love a good
Nice.
brunch. How do you feel about brunch?
I mean, I think everybody loves brunch. I don't know who wouldn't.
If anyone
I
hates
like
brunch,
brunch
you should stop
because
listening.
for most people it is their breakfast, but I actually don't love breakfast foods. So that allows me to get more of a lunch option earlier in the morning.
I want you all to remember this moment because this is the moment, episode 349.
So who doesn't like to drink as soon as they wake up? You know,
You hear your first, folks. Monica does not like breakfast foods.
I don't hate them. I just prefer lunch foods.
I prefer to think that you're wrong. Okay, because I love breakfast foods. All right, second lexical embrace. You ready? Just going to bed knowing you get to sleep in.
Oh, that's
like
nice.
you don't have to wake up at any time. You know
just turning off the alarm.
That it doesn't matter. Yeah, that feeling, which happens a lot on comedy club weekends, because it's like you're like, I got nowhere to go. Or if you're not doing like radio
brunch,
or something, it's
it.
like, yeah, every day I told Kelsey, I'm like, let's go get brunch morning-ish. And really we'd go around like noon, and it was perfect. It was great.
Yeah, I think that's the appropriate time. One time we were staying in an Airbnb. I've told everyone this story, but I'm bringing it back up. And they were like, well, hey, we're having people over for brunch tomorrow. If you guys want to join us at 9:30. I was like, that is not a brunch. That is breakfast.
Yeah.
And they're right outside our fucking window.
It's the worst. It's the worst shit in the world. It sounds awful.
Okay.
All right. Final one. Making the best of a terrible hotel situation.
Were you in a shitty hotel?
I stayed in a Motel 6 thinking it was fine. I looked at the reviews. It was not fine. So let's go for the bad first. The
Motel 6 review. It's a Motel 6. We don't need reviews. There's going to be blood in there somewhere.
Well, yeah, the bed was really the bed was actually okay. Instead of a closet, there were screws sticking out of the wall where the closet bar was supposed to go to hang your clothes. So I just hung it off the screws. The neighborhood was super dicey to the point where there was like a window like for a drive-through, and that's how you would check out. And that was what was the office was not open as often. I took my stuff with me every single night, but here's the silver lining. Maybe the best hotel shower I've ever used.
Really?
Like tall shower head, super hard pressure, very hot.
Like you're like, I'm just going to be in the shower the whole time.
I took showers. I did like 2 showers a day. I was like, I mean, I'm going to do it before and after the show. I was like, this is awesome. Because I was so like, there was nothing else about that. Oh, also the TV had like 40 channels and 10 of them worked. It was really
I had a weird
bad.
TV the other night too at a hotel. I had weird hotels, but they weren't like that bad.
Oh, and the worst part about it was I had to pay $300 because it was Thanksgiving weekend.
That does suck.
Yeah, I paid a lot of money for a really
forgot
shitty
you're paying
hotel.
for that. I was in Kennewick, and the room, I walked into it, and it, like, I immediately got a sore throat. Basically, like it was definitely like the dust or like some mold or something, to the point where I was taking a nap and I like covered my face, and then eventually I just put my mask on in my room, because it was like keeping me from like breathing in whatever it was. I took a nap, woke up with like a sore throat, and I was like, oh fuck. But then I would go outside and it would go away. You're like, I shouldn't be in here.
Yeah.
So I left kind of early the next morning to go from there to Boise. But
gosh, that's gross. It's weird.
Okay.
All
I'm
right.
ready.
That was my lexical embraces. I'm ready for the next
Nice.
segment.
Those were great. I got 2 here. Number 1, when people put free stuff on the road.
Yeah.
Okay. Finding something that's like good that you can use in that situation.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's baller.
I'm trying to find a smaller table to fit upstairs. And then our literal, like, as soon as you leave our alley, the neighbor right there. So I literally just walked over and picked it up and carried it to our house. Perfect. And then second is a themed anything, I think. A themed restaurant or a themed club or a themed, I don't know. I like people who stick to a theme.
Don't take Monica to Rainforest Cafe. She'll fall in love with you. Don't do
Yeah,
it.
I love a good Rainforest Cafe. I don't think I realized that their food wasn't good until I was 25.
I think that's what Din Tai Fung became Din Tai Fung in the South Center Mall. That used to be Rainforest Cafe.
Oh, that used to be Rainforest Cafe.
And
I was
they,
like, I wouldn't say that's a theme, but
but I was impressed because I'm like, Din Tai Fung won so much better. But where did all those animatronics go? That's what I know.
And when I was really young, I was like, those are so cool. It's kind of scary a little bit.
I loved it.
Go as an adult and you're like, that looks like shit.
My mom was like upset, I'm sure, with me because of how much I wanted to go to Rainforest Cafe when I moved down here. So I saw there was one. And in Alaska, they were like one of the ones that was like blown up, like, oh my God, this restaurant is like crazy, not knowing the food is dog shit.
It was like a special place. I mean, we didn't have a lot of money, but it was like a special place to go. The other one I think of that really stuck to it is the South Park one that they talk about, but it's in Denver.
Casa Bonita.
Yes. I went there with Elliot Broder, aka Mike Hockburns, and it was fucking worth it. They like do a whole show in the little fountain thing, and they like do flips and like dives and shit. It's fucking crazy.
I want to go.
It's awesome. And it was supposed to close, but somebody bought it or something, so I think it's still open.
You're going to Denver, aren't you? Are you gonna go back?
Yeah. What else? Oh, I thought of it because the place I worked in Boise was called Watson's, and it's like a British, like Sherlock themed mystery cafe type of thing. And so like their menu is British food. But it was really cool the way it was like set up. And it was definitely just some smaller kind of warehouse space with a kitchen, it wasn't, but it was like everybody was dressed in like nice vests and stuff. I don't know. It was cool. I appreciated the effort of a theme.
You gotta love it. And in Tacoma, there's a bar I want to go to called the Devil's Reef. Ooh. That is a H.P. Lovecraft themed tiki bar.
Hey,
and I really want to go there.
I would go with you. That's
I think it's silly. Well, also I forgot this lexical embrace. You ready? And this is a big one.
This is the episode of Just Lexical.
This is all lexical embraces.
Yeah,
this is pretty big for me. I got my first ever first class upgrade.
Hey,
I'd gotten premium classes before, felt good. But I woke up the day after Thanksgiving, like, I don't want to fly. And then I got the email, you've been upgraded to first class. And I was like, oh, fuck. And it was, even though the flight was only an hour, it was still great. And I didn't even get, like, because I know on the longer flights in first class, they give you food, like legitimate food.
Oh, you did.
But because it says an hour, I got like a drink and then fancier popcorn to snack on.
That's still better.
Worth it.
I fly tomorrow, and I've been watching the upgrade list because some other people have them, but I know first class ones. But we'll see. I watch it like a hawk now when I go fly. Like I'm going to Austin for Christmas this year to see my dad, and I'm like, please upgrade me. Here's my thing, and I want to ask you this: would you rather be upgraded on the way there or the way back? I think it depends on what I'm doing.
Comedy.
Comedy.
I know
Probably the way there.
See, I'm the way back. I'm always
the way back. I'm too tired to enjoy it.
Oh, see, and I like think the way back. Comfort.
Now, if I'm going on like a vacation, probably the way. Well, I just want it both ways. No, I was thinking the way back because you can sleep better, but I don't know. I want to utilize I was first class down to Mexico, and that was the best.
See, and I think I might just start like I hope I get to the point where I have enough money that I could like, if I'm going to Hawaii, I'm buying a first class ticket. So I know I'm comfortable. But that's so expensive. Yeah.
I know. I got my Denver tickets and they're like, do you want to upgrade for $512? And I was like, no, why would I want to do that?
That's insane. Yeah.
Who's doing that?
It's too much money.
I don't know if anybody actually buys them. I think it's just people who fly enough that they get upgraded no matter what.
I think people buy them for like corporate situations. Because your company will pay for it.
Maybe.
If you're like a fancy lawyer.
Okay, but okay, at least people who are just going to travel would.
But not vacate. My mom gets first class sometimes.
Maybe if you travel like once a year and you're like,
she's travel in style, Jackie.
Yeah.
You know,
all right, fine.
That lavish lifestyle. Take that,
I guess
Jackie.
some people do it. Whatever, Jackie, and your money.
Monica's mad at you for flying first class, Jackie.
Okay. Anyways,
all right.
What do we do now?
You ready for the next segment?
Yeah. Are you ready for the next segment?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Hey guys, good news.
Hey, it's the good news segment. We by Coletta and Monica Nevi is the co-anchor. You're the co-anchor. Did you know that?
Oh,
We've been doing this 349 episodes, and I never introduced you as a co-anchor.
Yeah, people are like, who's this other person?
Because I am a selfish news person. Okay, here we go. Ponds of poo, I'm in lead already, used for clean power in Australian pork and beef production. I didn't know this technology existed. Apparently what they used to do with like livestock poop is they would like throw it in the pond and treat it with bacteria and it would become like inert, right? What they do now is they put it into something called a biodigester that pumps it into a machine that operates in like a lot like a pig's stomach, where bacteria breaks the waste down into manure. But when it makes methane, that methane is converted by a turbine into heat, which makes electricity. So it's like bio electricity.
So they're using them cow farts to power stuff?
Yeah, this generates 90% of the farm called Berrybank. Like it's called Berrybank Piggery. I didn't know that a farm
Piggery?
It's a piggery. I didn't know that. But it generates 90% of the electricity they need doing it this way. And also they said if every livestock farm did this, that would cut 80% of all farm emissions. If they use these biodigesters.
It feels like that would be cheaper for them too, because it's already there, right?
Yeah, you just load it into this machine essentially to make power.
Huh. Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I thought this was a really cool story. This was on like Good News Network. I thought this was really neat.
Let's get more of that stuff going on.
Yeah, and then they go into talking about like fertilizer and stuff too. This is just a cool idea though. I was like, oh, because I know like they say a lot of greenhouse gas problems does come from farming. Like cows and
people
pigs
blame
and sheep,
cow butts all the time.
Cow butts, cow booties, But I just thought the word piggery is great to say for a pig farm.
I think if you take anything away from this podcast, it is that is a word, piggery. I think that's the title of the episode.
Do you think if Cedric Diggory was fat in Harry Potter, they'd call him Cedric Piggery?
I think they could call him that anyways.
I appreciate that you give me nothing anymore.
I think.
You think what? If it's a joke, you have to say it. You have to say it.
Fat guy went as Cedric Diggory for Halloween. You could.
That's my Halloween costume.
Oh, you could be.
I could be Cedric Piggery.
You, but just okay. You
oh my gosh! I hold a goblet of fire.
You get the little nose, and then you could say
Cedric Piggery.
Yeah, Piggery.
Dress up in Hogwarts robes.
Yeah, with the pig nose.
Oh my God, that's a genius costume.
I think that's pretty good.
We just found out my Halloween.
You gotta write that down.
I'm gonna write this down. Cedric Piggery.
Yeah, I feel like you'll know what that means.
I almost just spelled it Halloween. Halloween. The title of this episode is Piggery, though. Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Second news story, and I know a lot about this, so I'm just going to read the title and I'll go into it. NASA and SpaceX launched first rocket to test a defense system against giant asteroids in the future. It's called DART.
Right. I actually read some about said asteroid. How'd it go?
Well, it launched. They don't know yet, but it's pretty neat because
great news.
It's cool because it's good news because we didn't have it. Like if an asteroid was coming to Earth to kill us, it would just kill us. We have no defense. So this is like the first time they're ever testing something.
But there was one coming. That's why they're testing it.
Well, this one they're testing it on, you mean?
Maybe.
No.
I thought there was like one that they were like concerned about.
There's no near Earth objects in the next 100 years that they're concerned about that are like extinction level. There are some that are not extinction level that are like pretty big that could hit us and actually
that's what
level a city, like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But this is really cool. So they're taking this like golf cart size ship and they're going to ram it into a small asteroid that's orbiting a bigger. I think the small asteroid is Dimorphos, which is 530 feet
Yeah.
wide, and then it's orbiting Didymos, which is 2,560 feet wide. And they're just trying to see if they hit it with a ship, if it's going to knock it off course. And if it knocks it off course, and they're like, okay, this works. And then they got to plan like a ship the size for like a big one to deflect it off course. I just think it's really cool because it's like, this is like the thing that scared the shit out of me as a kid was that movie Armageddon.
Yeah.
I thought we were all going to die from an asteroid.
There was a few like that. Deep Impact.
Deep Impact.
Yeah.
Which sounds like a porn.
I'm sure it is.
Deep Impact. We don't even need to change the name for the parody.
Yeah, this one's good. Yeah, for sure. That's funny. There were a few of those films that came out kind of at the same time.
They were, but Hollywood does that.
What's
They have a theme and then they like go off of it. Like Matrix came out. There was a movie called Equilibrium that, while different, had the same stylistic.
Well, so many vampires at the same time too.
Oh my god! Underworld, Blade,
so many.
Resident Evil. I just thought this was a cool story. That was a pretty neat.
It is a cool story. Yay, science. Hopefully that saves us or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Monica's like, hopefully it saves us or whatever, but if not, it's no big deal. Phrasing, the way you said it was just so blasé. Like, hopefully it saves us or whatever.
Who do we really want to be saved at this point?
Look at half of us. Do we really want to save half of us?
Yeah, that's true. Yes. Oh,
I had a Lyft driver not wear their mask, not have a mask on when I went and took it.
Oh, these little fucking middle school kids came into the store when I was grocery shopping earlier, and one of them didn't have it on, and I almost went full adult white woman and was like, "Put your fucking mask on." Karens don't say fuck. That's why I'm a Monica. But
go, manager. I'm gonna be your manager. Manager.
I did look at him and shake my head, but
you were just like, piece of shit.
I also don't really care enough to help anyone else's children.
It's not worth the fight. Like, that's something I'm realizing. I'm like, it's not worth it because there's people that are just insane.
I almost prefer some lady who's just shopping to say it to them, because I feel bad for the people who work at Safeway who had to talk to people, or flight attendants or whoever, who had to talk to people for fucking 2 years about it now.
By the way, I just thought of a Patreon topic, talking shit about a comic who's gone crazy anti-masker. So get ready for it. I love
that. I also had someone get kicked off my plane. Did I talk about this before? Anyways.
No, is that going to be the Patreon though? For sure, it should.
Yeah,
ooh, I love
it wasn't
plane
that
kickoff
intense,
stories.
but I did live tweet it if you'd like to check it out.
I saw those tweets, but you didn't tell me the full story.
Yeah, but it was interesting. Well, we'll bring it up on the old Patreon.
We'll get into it on the old Patreon dish.
Yeah. Okay, I have an interesting top 5.
I'm ready.
Other segment. I already forgot.
Well, you got to end this one. You got to close this one out.
Hey guys, that was good news. Yeah. Okay. This is interesting because for the episode of my other podcast, Dumb Pitches, this week.
The one you cheat on me with, yeah.
What'd you say?
The one you cheat on me with, yeah.
Yes. You are podcast
I
cheater
cheat on you
first.
too. We have a podcast open relationship.
This is our podcast hall pass or whatever. Because if you haven't listened to it, it is about successful people's bad ideas. But this time I did like solo episode, and I talked about the worst gifts I have given people.
Oh,
and I thought because there's 5 of them, so I thought maybe I could see how you would
think about your worst gifts.
The worst gifts I've given people.
Okay. Also, I want a Justice Bieber t-shirt. Okay.
I know. I actually told him, I was like, I would take this framed and hang it up. And he's like, oh, your Christmas present.
Well, I don't know when you guys recorded, but there was he just sent me the backstory of Justice Bieber.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I'm really into this. I'm into the idea of random animals getting bitten by radioactive celebrities.
Yes.
Like, it's all I care about.
He had so much information about it. I mean, it really is. If you haven't listened to it's last week's episode of Dumb Pitches with everyone's favorite Kane Holloway.
Candy Holloway.
Yes, and it was a comic book character that he thought of called Justice Beaver. But he drew a beautiful picture of it, and it's great.
It's so wonderful.
So yes, I do believe that will be my Christmas.
Mostly because it could be a kid's superhero. Like, it could be a superhero a second grader created, which makes me even.
The most beautiful part is that it's a good drawing. Like it's a really good.
Oh yeah, Kane's good at drawing.
Well, I know that, but I mean the hair, first of all, incredible. But also he like describes it on the podcast first, and he's like, and then the tail is a hockey stick because he's Canadian, obviously. And it's like dead on. Like it looks great. If you have
He's Canadian, obviously.
Yeah. Duh.
He's holding
a
some poutine
beaver.
because he's Canadian. Obviously. He's eating all dressed chips because he's Canadian, obviously.
Yeah, because he's Canadian, obviously.
All right, I'm ready for these gifts.
Okay, so these are the worst gifts that I have given. So they need a little bit of a backstory
All right.
on each one here. So number one is a tie, but I gave my father like multiple ties when I was younger because that was like the joke or something. Like it was like in every fucking TV show that was like, dads always get neckties, you know? Never did it cross my mind that I had never once seen my father wear a tie. Like I bought him ties all the time. And they weren't even like nice ties that like maybe he could wear for a wedding or something. It was like a Looney Tunes tie or something. And he never even wore ties.
I got my dad a Tabasco sauce tie that has little Tabasco sauce bottles on it. So you know what? I think it's a great fucking gift idea. Okay, because it's a kid's gift. It's a funny kid's gift.
It is a funny, and he's kept them.
Yeah, because they're sentimental. Because he loves you. Because he's your father.
Like
my dad better have his fucking Tabasco sauce tie. I'm gonna go visit.
I was gonna say we should bring it up this year and be like, hey, so when are you gonna wear that Looney Tunes?
I'm gonna bring it up. Like, hey, Dad.
6.
When I was 8, I got you a Tabasco sauce tie, and I never saw you wear it.
Yeah, I just have been waiting,
bro.
Yeah.
See what he says.
Well, that's good. Then you can bring it up later. That's always fun. I feel like there's some like dress up party or something you'll eventually be able to use it for, but I don't know.
Also, I think a dad wearing a novelty tie their kid got him to work is like encouraged in the office, you know?
That's
it's
true,
like a cute, like, oh, my kid got me this Tabasco sauce tie.
I think my dad genuinely hates wearing a tie. Like I don't think he likes it on his neck or something because he never wore one to work ever.
Because he's cool guy Ron.
Yeah, he doesn't need. He's got a nice button up and some slacks, you know. He's doing his job now. He works at a golf course. Who cares?
It'd be funnier if he wore his tie now.
While he's like weed whacking or whatever. Yeah. Let's see if we can get him to wear it now. Okay, number 2. My family does this weird thing when like somebody new joins the family. I don't know what it is, but
it's a blood sacrifice. You talked about it before.
Yeah. No, we kill one of them. There can only be a certain number, so we have to. If you're gonna add somebody, you got to kill somebody.
The Nevy family is a lot like Highlander in that
way. My grandma would always do this kind of, or I don't even know. This is how you were welcomed into the family, is that they would buy you really big underpants. Like the biggest size you could get. Honestly, or bra or whatever.
You know what? I know this is a good gift. You know why? Because when you have those days, that's an off underwear day or an off laundry day, you don't want to wear tight underpants. You know, like looser is better on the off days. And I know this because I bought the wrong size underwear and I wear them on laundry days and I fucking hate them because they're too tight. That's so funny. I kind of wish I had some bigger.
Well, I mean, like these are like comically big. Like, I don't know, like if you could even fit in them kind of thing, which
positive
maybe
spin.
Makes
when
you
get
go,
older,
oh.
You can fit a diaper inside of it.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, that's good. Then you can fit a diaper inside. All right. So for a long time, my grandfather, this is number 3, my grandfather would wrap our gifts in empty Cheerio boxes. He also, like it would just be a Cheerio box he was done with, and then he'd put your gift inside of it and close the top.
Yeah, that's a good way to
that's
reuse
wrapped.
A box.
He also eats dry Cheerios for breakfast. That's what, no milk, just plain. It's just what he's up to.
Straight up, no chaser.
Right. And I went through a period where I thought I needed to make fun of him for that all the time. And I did. And so one year I put a box of Cheerios under the tree so that he thought I wrapped something in it, but it was just a box of Cheerios.
It's a brand new box of Cheerios?
Yeah, just got him a box of Cheerios.
Well, honestly, you got him a gift that he would use because he eats dry Cheerios. So in that way, it's a good gift.
That's fair.
If anything, you're probably more thoughtful than anyone else there.
That's true. I'm not just guessing. I'm like, I
you
know
what he likes. You know, It's like if you got me a $100 gift card to Buffalo Wild Wings, you know what I want.
Or I could just get you chicken wings, put them under the tree for 3 weeks.
God, that would be the dream for 3 weeks. Just some warm wings.
Number 4, and this promptly led to a breakup not long afterwards. I thought it was, see, this is the thing. I love gift giving. I really do. And I like the sentiment of it. But I will very quickly trade the sentimental part of it for a laugh. I don't care.
Yeah,
If I think
obviously.
it's funny, it's worth it. I was living with a person, dating them at the time, and we had gone shopping for our apartment. And so I just wrapped up some of the stuff we had already bought, including 2 ice trays. And then I pretended that was a really exciting gift. You should open this one first. Oh my God. And then the look on their face after it was opened was, I had lost my charm at that point, but this was like 6 years into a relationship. So that'll do it.
Oh, they were just done with it by that
Oh
point.
yeah. Then my one redeeming quality is my humor, and it was not funny anymore. So it's a bad sign.
It's like, yo, read the room.
Yeah. I was like, yay. Just what you wanted.
Well, honestly, a couple positives here. One, in the fact that you bought them together, he knows that he's not going to be offended if you return them because he has a receipt already. Like, because you
It's
bought
true.
them.
Just go back on one of
2,
our cards.
ice trays are a quintessential part of a household. Like, do you know how pissed I am when no one has like ready ice?
That's why we had to get them. But yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking perfect. That's
So another thing you're going to use. I don't know why you're mad. Obviously, you wanted.
Mhm.
Okay.
Also, it's a way to test how vain someone is because they probably wanted more.
That's true.
Gifts.
You could also test the strength of your relationship.
That's true.
Which is what
in this
happened.
case, the string broke. The
Yes,
thread was cut at that moment.
I should tell everyone that's why we broke up.
That's the reason why
Okay.
I gave my strays.
Yeah. All right. And this is the final one. And I do encourage people to, I don't know if you do this specifically, but maybe something like make your own tradition, you know? And so what me and my cousins have started to do in the last 3 or 4 years, because some people have started doing this, and I feel bad that this irritates me, but a lot of people will go, oh, don't get me anything. Just make a donation to this charity, which I know is a big thing we're into, but you can do both is what I'm saying. You can still get someone a gift and also donate to charities. Okay.
Or a card.
Right.
You get them something.
You give them something. So anyways, yes, when someone does that, I'm like, what if I pay for a tattoo that says virtuous? How about that? Is that better virtue signaling for you? So some of my cousins, we have decided that instead of getting each other gifts, because we would still do that, kind of get each other something small. Now we do what we call the cousin's gift, and we find something in our home or rooms or a car, and wrap it up and give it to the other two. As a gift, which sometimes I gave them 2 cell phones that didn't work one time. However, I got a Book of Mormon. That's useful. I got an Ichiro bobblehead doll that was missing the card, but I do have the bobblehead, so that's pretty cool. Last year, I got some incense given to me after a show, and I gifted them each one, and they both used them. So, I mean, you know, it's like, it's a joke,
out.
but it still could be useful. I don't know. I got a dog blanket. I got
It sounds to me like
a
you're
blanket
just
with a bunch of dog hair on it.
You're positive spinning the gift before I can get to
it. Sorry, I'm just naming them, but yeah.
I mean, I think this is a positive of this is you have a fun tradition with the person.
Okay.
You know, it's not a bad gift because you're intentionally making, and they're in on the joke, unlike your ex. You know, they get the joke.
Yeah.
Also, the fact that it's like, oh shit, I forgot a gift for my cousin. Oh, I'll just go look in my car, or I'll look in my room.
Right. I mean, that is the last, you know, we've done it. I think this is like the 4th time. And I was like, oh yeah, we're bringing, because last year we didn't like technically get together. We just kind of dropped stuff off. And I was like, we're going to drop off cousins' gifts too. And they were both like, oh yeah. And so like, you can remember, but a lot of us have been moving lately, and like, my parents keep bringing over stuff for me to like go through, and I'm like, oh, this is going to be good. It's going to be a good year for cousins gifts, you know, going through old shit.
Gift shopping now, and it's driving me crazy.
I know. I feel like I should do it, get it over with, but yeah.
That's kind of where I'm at. I'm also, so I'm going to Austin, and so I got to get a gift for my dad, brother, stepmom, sister-in-law and baby, right?
That's why
And
we
it's
draw
like,
names.
I don't know what to do. So I'm going to text the other person's spouse and be
That's
like,
smart,
what do
yeah.
you want? What do they want?
I like
And
that
I'm
one.
going to, I got to send all those text messages out so I can get started on it, you know?
Yeah,
That's the
I
key.
agree 100%.
Well, do you have a charity for this week? at all?
I was thinking,
One of these times I want you to be like, I was thinking.
well,
no.
I was looking at stuff today, but it's a holiday season, so your normal food banks and stuff, sure, keep those in mind. But I just wanted to, maybe, I don't know if Etsy's the right place, but just wanted to encourage people to maybe support artists during this time, so you can get gifts, like knock the things off the list, instead of
Yeah.
going to Amazon and buying someone a gift. Like, I don't know, my albums are for sale, whatever, get some merch after Mike's show, go see Danny's website, whatever. Just find artists or people or small businesses, I suppose, to get your holiday gifts from them.
That's good. That's a good thing to do.
That's what I
By
was
the way, this is related to, you said my merch. I had sold shirts this weekend. It was selling great. Last night of shows, merch pitch was like the best the joke had done. 0 shirts sold.
Really,
It
that
just
happens
makes
to me
just makes
sometimes. It
no
drives me
sense
nuts.
to me. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's and when you have a bad show, you're like, that show is bad. I'm not going to sell any merch. That's the one you sell the most merch on. It's
Oh, for sure.
always like opposite of what you think.
Yep.
But I sold well. It's still like, yeah, it's just so funny to me. I'm like, the comedian's
So, well,
plight.
yeah. So you can just message Mike probably, and he'll send you something. I
I'll
don't know.
send you a shirt.
Venmo, or just Venmo.
I'll send you
artist or a
something
friend. Why
in my
not?
room, just like mine. We'll be cousins.
There you
just like
go. If you want
Monica's.
in on the cousins gifts,
I have a
we'll just
couple.
mail you
I have a couple white elephant gift exchange stuff I can,
the old Chinese gift
regift. The old
exchange.
Chinese gift exchange. I forgot. I'm glad it was brought up again. I forgot about that.
Yeah, I forget. Now
Ah.
that the hug flexions are out, some of them come back, and that's funny.
Oh, that's too funny. I've been looking forward to the holiday so much though, because we got a new addition to our Lego Christmas village that we're building.
Ooh.
It's a big house that Santa comes down the chimney on, and so
I want to see it. Send me a picture.
I'll send you a picture of the set. We haven't started it yet. We're gonna
Good.
start tonight.
Well, send me a picture when it's done. Is what I meant. But yeah, that's a good
fancy.
idea. Lyndon's a little bit obsessed with my Christmas village. That's porcelain. Maybe I should just get him his own Lego one.
The Lego ones are kind of pricey, but you might be able to find used ones. That's the key. There's a couple used Lego stores. There's a really good used Lego store.
I didn't know that. In Kent?
In Kent. I will get you the name of it. It's really
yes. Great. Please let me know.
I went there and they had a part I needed to fix the pirate ship. So now all I'm missing is the sail. It's the only thing I'm missing. Yeah. Anyway,
that's good to know.
All right. Well, that's it for today. Monica, is there anything you want to say to the listener before we go?
Yes. I love you so much.